The Subaru Impreza is an incredibly popular car to modify. We've even featured a 450 horsepower example. So coming across an unmodified one is pretty rare. So when a mate of mine said he'd bought a completely original example of a blobeye Impreza WRX, I had to have a go. There have been many generations of Imprezas over the years, and the blobeye that we've got here and the bug-eye were always sort of the neglected ones, or what people say were Subaru dropping the ball on the styling. I was sort of up and down on them, but as the years have progressed and more modern cars are coming out, I thoroughly like the design of these. And like I said, the reason I'm so excited for today is this is completely original. It's a WRX, so it is the turbo, but completely original. Even the exhaust there is completely original. And what I love, still got the factory, the dealer plates, Keith Price Subaru. I believe it was like 2 previous owners. So this video has been made possible, like I said, thanks to Scott at Phoenix Detailing. And unfortunately, this is for sale. He did want to keep it, but his fleet is growing, so it needs to be moved on to hopefully another enthusiast. The interior is what blew me away. This really is a time capsule. Pillarless doors on these as well that I've always loved. So although it's a practical saloon, it's got hints of sports car in there. The condition, I mean, we're looking at a 90s Jap car. No cracked dash, everything is present, everything works as it should. What I consider some of the most comfortable bucket seats in any production car. It just feels so special in here, even the Subaru radio. Now, how rare is it to find, factory sticker there, how rare is it to find an Impreza that has not been modified? Now, if you know me, you'll know I'm all about modifications, but I imagine a lot of you watching have probably wondered, what does a standard Impreza drive like? And the beauty is, one of my good friends, Gav, has got a 450 brake horsepower example of a blobeye, so when the weather gets nice we will be going out on that again as well. We have done a full video on it previously. The Marmo steering wheel is amazing because that is factory as well, and I just love all the little cubby holes there, the cup holder, everything everything just works. But let's see what a factory Impreza engine looks like. Look at that. I don't think I've ever seen one with a factory airbox in it. So 2 litre, 4-cylinder boxer engine, very well known. 221 brake horsepower on the WRX model we've got here. The thing that blew me away was 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds in the early 2000s. That is a quick car. Even by today's standards, I consider that, well, you know what cars I drive, so that is rapid compared to what I'm used to. But I'm just so curious to see how it delivers the power, how it drives, what's the suspension like on a factory one. Lovely Subaru key there. Remote central locking as well, nice. And look at that, it's actually a decent sized boot. Now this is what's considered sort of obviously a smaller saloon, but everything is just so, it's just so clean. Absolutely blew me away. So, enough talking, let's jump in and we'll go for a nice POV drive. Wow, what a smooth startup that was. So we've already got temp in the engine. Georgia, this is my girlfriend's dream car, so a massive thanks to Scott. We've actually just been out in there for her to have a quick drive of her dream car. The one issue, you'll notice the ABS light there, but it is the offside rear ABS sensor that Scott's already ordered. It's just having the time to fit it, but apart from that, I mean, mechanically this thing is mint. And if you're anything like me, if you're a Jap fan, you'll know the feeling of just being inside a Jap car. There's just no modern car that feels this welcoming and just very agricultural and mechanical. The thing I really like about this, instantly, the feeling you get is how mechanical everything feels. I mean, the clutch is nicely weighted, it's quite heavy, it's notchy, mechanically notchy when you put it into gear. It's one of those cars where you really feel like you're doing something, as weird as that sounds. Like you feel like you are having input on the car, you have to drive it. Whereas modern cars, everything is dampened to make it feel nicer, which makes sense, which is what the modern day driver demands. But us odd petrol heads don't. This mechanical feel I miss. Like, I'm dailying at the moment, day Ford Mondeo, all my cool cars are off the road, so this really feels like an occasion. And at the moment, Scott is dailying this. He's got a couple of other cars to choose from, but he's dailying this purely because it's nice enough to daily, but it gives you that bit of theatre as well, that bit of just makes it a bit unusual. Because the suspension stiff, you do notice that straight away. I mean, you hit a bump, you feel it, but it's not unbearable. It's almost like the rebound, I think, is quite stiff, but the general comfort of it, I mean, if you expect it to be an early 2000s sports saloon, then you're absolutely fine, because that is exactly what I expected going into this. But everything's just so smooth. It's a perfect balance of mechanical. Like I said, I really feel like I'm driving this thing. But I would happily do a long journey in this. In fact, me and George have already joked about taking it to the Nürburgring. And Scott was on about taking it to the ring as well. So we're on some national speed limit road, and I feel like this is Scooby territory within the lanes. Now, I'm not going to go skidding it around like Colin McRae probably would, but God, I miss having a turbo. God, the pull is so strong, incredibly smooth, because obviously it's a factory smaller turbo. Oh my God. But the feeling, the torque, the wave of torque that pushes you out of the corners, and because it's not crazy power, you can really feel like you can have fun with it. So leaning on the brakes there, the initial bite is not it's not crazy, but again, I'm not even revving it out. I just realised you just don't need to, on these sort of country lanes, you don't really need to rag it. You've got enough torque in the mid-range to just have some real fun with. And the brakes, okay, I do like, because you've got to work for them, but again, you drive this thing. I mean, it's there to help you. The four-wheel drive system is there to help you, but this is a car that, to me, has got the technology to sort of keep you safe, but not enough that it numbs it. I can't believe that people will say this is just a WRX. Damn it, I really, really like this car now. Scott's just had to give it a quick wash, so I'm trying to take it easy through the lanes, through the mud and stuff, but it's hard not to feel like a rally driver when you're in a Scooby, let's be fair. Another thing is how quick you get used to. I've literally just jumped into this thing, behind the wheel. I mean, the heel toe, the positioning is nice. Bit of a hill, doesn't matter, you can use the torque and just have fun with it. And because it's a rally bred car, you know you've got ground clearance, so there's nothing crazy going on there. You know you're not going to bottom out or anything. Wow. For a turbo car, really doesn't feel like it runs at a puff top end. I think, obviously, with it being a small turbo, figuratively speaking, I was expecting it to run out of puff at the top, but because you haven't got massive power and massive lag, and it just wants to go. What a fun little car, and quite an eager car. Don't get me wrong, I sort of put my foot down just now at around 2,500, 3,000 RPM. There is absolutely nothing. You've got to bear in mind, it's an old 2-litre engine with a turbo on it. It's not going to be the quickest down low. And again, obviously the gears feel not as long as I thought they would, but obviously on these tight roads, yeah, not ideal, but my God. I'm so glad I got to experience it. I really wasn't expecting this car to be as fun as it is, but I'm guessing that's obviously where the reputation comes from, because this is how Subaru intended them to be. So people were buying them as these factory cars, going out and having fun. And like I said, I shouldn't own this car, because if I owned it, I would be modifying it. I would effectively ruin it. And as much as I am into modifying, I do think we need to keep these cars as like time capsules, just so we can remind ourselves where we've come from, because we get to drive a lot of modern cars. And don't get me wrong, a modern diesel would really give this car a run for its money, but that's not what it's about. There's no modern diesel that I felt this connected to when throwing it around corners and stuff. So I love it. Then you can just chill out then once you've gone out of the fun driving roads and go back to civilized mode, and it turns back into a four-door saloon. It's crazy. If the fuel consumption, like the fuel consumption is not fantastic on these. If it wasn't for that, and obviously the engine's a bit of a nightmare. If you want to do spark plugs, you've basically got to take the engine apart. But I completely understand like the cult following they've got for the price that you can pick these up. It is a whole lot of car and a fantastic way to get into sort of 90s, early 2000s performance Jap cars, because the way JDM tax is going, so many cars are unattainable nowadays. So the fact that I get to experience something like this and bring you guys along, I am so grateful for. You guys are completely awesome. The support we get is amazing. So Scott, once again, thank you so much. Scott is based in Cardiff, Phoenix Detailing. Any of your detailing needs, he will sort you out. And he's obviously a car guy, because this is the type of stuff, he bought this on such an impulse that he just saw that it was completely factory and thought, I have to have a go, I have to see what that's like, and he wanted to keep it alive. That was my experience of a completely factory Impreza WRX. Like I said, I'm so grateful that I got to experience this. So massive thanks to Scott for letting me have a go just before he sells it. Like I said, my dream is to drive every single car on the planet, and I just love the different kinds of cars that we get to experience. And for those that say it's just a WRX, what a fun little car. And it's one of those, yes, they've got reliability issues, but it's the same with any car. Once you start modifying a car and pushing 2-3 times the horsepower, of course you're going to get issues. You put in strain on parts that were never designed to take that sort of power. So with this being a factory original one, you know the reliability is going to be better, let's say. Not perfect, better. But yeah, what a good evening, what a good little car. If you stayed till the end, thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We will see you in the next one. Definitely no boom on this one.